very, very difficult to achieve a passing air test the first time. So going back to what we talked about earlier, is I went online and I was just searching for that next thing that would help us, pass those tests the first time, or at least aid in knocking down this particulate. So when we did our research, we came across Particulate Conqueror, and we put it to use. I put it into our protocol standards, and we started using it, and almost instantly noticed a difference in what it does. And what it does is it charges the particulates in the air, knocks them down to the ground, at which we can safely HEPA back them towards our air scrubber and ultimately get that passing air test.
Can we, is it reasonable to assume that the Particulate Conqueror attaches to all particles in the air?
Yeah, yes.
Not just specific.
Correct. And I'll tell you a specific case we had not too long ago. We had a house that had severe dust and mold spore counts were in the pre-test, and it was pretty bad. So when we got into the job, we started doing our remediation, and the way that this house was set up and the way that the sunshine was coming through the front windows, we could actually see the airborne particulates floating in the air. And at which time we grabbed the Particulate Conqueror, came in there, fogged the air. Now we were still doing our remediation, but we fogged the air, stepped out of the house for 20 minutes or whatnot, came back, and the same sunlight that was coming through the windows was crystal clear, meaning the Particulate Conqueror had actually charged the specific particulates in the air, knocked them down to the ground, at which we were able to HEPA back them towards our air scrubber, and on that particular house, we were able to pass the very first time.
It's pretty amazing that you were able to see that through the God rays. That's very cool.
Doesn't happen all the time, but yeah, that one was particular.
Yeah, but in situations like this, Mark, obviously, I'm sure that our guys would like to know, how did the process affect the air sampling and the clearance?
Well, again, the thing we want to do is get the remediation project started and completed in as short a period of time as possible, right, with least amount of retesting and recleaning. So what we found is by adding the Particulate Conqueror into our remediation protocol, and when I put it in towards the middle, towards the end, and it's such an easy product to apply, we might as well use it as much as you possibly can. But it charges the air, drops it to the ground, and then you can vacuum it in safely. So what's been happening is we're getting hygienists and insurance agents and adjusters coming out, seeing that we're passing these things in the first time, and the post-verification testing is proof that you've won the battle. So therefore, when you're passing the first time, the homeowners, the agent, the owner, whoever the end user is getting that feeling that you've done the best you can do in the shortest period of time.
Well, and it's called confidence.
Absolutely.
Obviously, if they have confidence in you and this is a regularity for you, they're going to use you, right? So, and that's what we're trying to do. Geez, Mark, I can't tell you thanks a lot. I know you've got a very busy schedule. Mark is out of the Chicagoland area, where, as you know, we have well into the millions in our population, and Mark's a busy man, and I'm sure that our contractors appreciate you sitting down with us again today too. Folks, if you need any further information on this, I'd like to invite you to go to www.badaxeproducts.com. We are very excited about this lineup, and there's more to come. So without further ado, until next time, this is Monty signing off.